Herman, can you tell us a bit about the process, like how you thought up the design or the concept of, a flower in a pot?
Well, I used to travel a lot, waiting at airports. Since I like folding, and I remember folding Fred Rom's Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes sense that one end would be the box, and then the other, instead of a jack, would be a flower. So that's how I played around with it. And then at the time, I think it was a flower. I'm actually not sure where I got. I think it was Paul Jackson's. So I used that as a starting point. And then I made a little modifications here and there.
Do you remember about what year this was? Do you remember about what year this was? And when you finally came up with the design, what was your initial reaction?
Probably like not quite 30 years ago. And I thought it was clever. That's about it.
It is clever. So, it's a great design.
Yeah, I think I made some little adjustments here and there, now and then. And then only recently I realized making the pot first really made a big difference in terms of the effort to fold it. Because before you make the flower, and then when you start making the pot, it just like it becomes very tedious. You have to fold everything just right, and then you have to try to get the sides just right. So I decided, hey, wait a minute, maybe I should fold the box first, and I found I could, and that was just when you said, maybe I should teach it. So that's how I did it, and I think I actually ended up causing more confusion. And then I think the crib is the critical part, and then I tried to add those supplements, thinking that it would clarify, and I'm not sure if it did or not, because I noticed in the diagrams, in the official diagrams in the book, they were not clear about the crimp. Although I was able to fold it, but then that was because I already knew how to fold it, and I was sort of wondering how other people would do using those diagrams. And I think I saw one or two that followed it, and it came out pretty good. So. And I noticed that when he drew the diagrams, I realized why he did the diagrams that way, and that's because there was landmarks for everything. Now for me, I had this preference to have a tighter box, but if you make it a wider, there's some point where, well, anyway, it worked out perfectly if you follow his diagram in terms of the bottom two parts of the flower, the bottom two petals. It comes to a point, whereas mine, most of the time it doesn't come to a point. So you have to fudge it, and I think I showed a few how to do it, and so you get a pointed tip. That was, of course, you have to know how to fold it before you know what I'm talking about. So if you follow his diagrams, it should come out exactly the way.
I like how your pot is tall and skinny.
Yeah, that's why I said those two subjective, the 0.5 greater than 0.5. I usually eyeball it. In other words, I think I wanted a thinner pot, and I think this is like a, and you notice that.
But how do you make it? It's taller too.
You can probably make the base a little smaller, maybe. Like I say, if you make it a little narrow, like I showed in the supplement, the critical page was right here. So you could move this mountain fold okay, here's the 50% mark,
Mhm.
and I made it so it's greater than 50%. So that's why it's narrower. If you make it, if you put it like over here, then the pot is
Wider.
wider.
But it's still gonna be the same height. I mean, I noticed that.
Well, I think it looks like the same height. Well, it is the same height, but because it's wider, actually, I'm not sure it would be the same height.
I want it
Good
taller.
question.
I want it, because, look,
Okay, let me see.
but it's like the same, kind of like the same width on the
Okay,
bottom.
let me see. Yeah, mine I think is a tad bigger on the base. Yeah, it's definitely, okay, you see why, okay, from this point to this, it's sort of long
Mhm.
compared to mine.
Alright.
So the taller you make,
Are you making another one?
Yeah, I got that.
At
That's
this point,
the diagram.
Mm-hmm.
the taller
Well,
you
this-
make it,
mine is-
obviously you're
Oh,
gonna get
his,
taller.
this is what I got from.
So
Sean,
this is where
Yeah,
I'd probably do
I
mine a
just
little
straightened
taller,
the diagrams.
That one's
Right.
using his.
right
thing.
there.
So which
Instead
one?
of folding it
This is
here,
using his thing,
doing
and
the
this is
mound
using
here,
just
I do
this.
it a little higher.
So this one is a little bit.
Maybe even touching it, but not, I don't think I ever touch it. So,
I
so
think the
you,
angle on the
you
pot
do
is
this fold a
bit
little
steeper.
higher,
Yeah.
and you should
Which is what he
get
said.
a little taller pot.
Like this gives more.
But at the same time, you
Yeah,
have to
that's
sort
just a
of
simple
also
push-on
mirror.
cell tab.
Narrower.
Just change the angle.
Yeah, and I think he also likes the.
Very interesting.
It could help with this.
Yeah,
little-
it,
I'm
it's
very
not,
keen.
it's not easy to
fine
teach,
in the diagrams.
and I know that, yeah, I thought these were the critical points.
I could. I mean, this was just straight falling.
But-
I mean, I had spent some time